Welcome to this week's edition of the ATN Weekly News Roundup. I am Favor Aham, bringing you the top stories that shapes the world, Africa and Nigeria. First, the headlines. NASA delays Artemis II moon mission over rocket concerns. Trump raises global import tariffs to 15% after court setback. Venezuela grants amnesty to 379 political prisoners. Vatican declines to join Trump's proposed Board of Peace. Hollywood mourns legendary actor Robert Duvall. United States deploys 100 troops to northern Nigeria. South African trio charged over shocking taxi driver killing. Senegal Federation condemns Morocco's AFCON verdict against fans. FIFA chief predicts every 2026 World Cup match will sell out. Now the news in detail, beginning with news that NASA has confirmed this week that the planned March 6th launch of its Artemis II lunar mission was no longer under consideration after engineers identified last-minute technical concerns during routine checks. The mission, which would send astronauts around the moon for the first time in more than 50 years, now faces additional maintenance before a new launch window can be confirmed. Artemis II is expected to carry 4 astronauts on a 10-day journey to the far side of the moon and back, marking humanity's deepest venture into space since the Apollo era. In Washington, President Donald Trump escalated his trade policy by raising a temporary worldwide tariff on U.S. imports from 10% to 15%. The announcement came less than a day after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that his earlier tariffs exceeded presidential authority without congressional approval. Trump criticized the justices in a series of public remarks and invoked separate legal powers to impose the higher rate, arguing that many nations had taken unfair advantage of American markets. In South America, Venezuela's interim authorities granted amnesty to 379 political prisoners following the passage of a new law by the National Assembly. Lawmaker Jorge Arriaza confirmed that courts had begun processing the releases, raising hopes that detainees would be freed swiftly. The move followed months of political upheaval and was seen as an attempt to stabilize the country after the ousting of former leader Nicolas Maduro. Meanwhile, the Vatican formally declined participation in President Trump's proposed Board of Peace, a body initially envisioned to oversee temporary governance arrangements in Gaza. Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Holy See's top diplomat, said global crisis should remain under the purview of the United Nations. The Vatican emphasized its long-standing commitment to multilateral diplomacy rather than direct involvement in state-led political bodies. The entertainment world was also in mourning following the death of acclaimed actor Robert Duvall at the age of 95. The Oscar-winning star of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now was remembered as one of Hollywood's finest performers. Tributes poured in from co-stars including Al Pacino, Viola Davis, and Adam Sandler, who praised his depth, humility, and commanding screen presence. Many described him as a towering figure whose performances shaped modern American cinema. On to news coming in from Africa and Nigeria, we have news that security developments dominated headlines in West Africa as the United States deployed 100 military personnel to northern Nigeria. The troops were stationed in Bauchi State to provide technical assistance and intelligence support to Nigerian forces battling armed groups such as Boko Haram and ISIL-linked factions. Nigerian defense officials stressed that the U.S. personnel would not engage in direct combat, but would operate under Nigerian command authority. 3 individuals in South Africa were formally charged with murder following the killing of e-hailing driver Isaac Satlat. Dashcam footage widely circulated online appeared to show Satlat being attacked and strangled during an attempted robbery. The accused appeared in court in Pretoria and abandoned their bail applications, while a 4th suspect later surrendered to authorities. The incident sparked widespread outrage and renewed debate over passenger safety in ride-hailing services. News coming in from the world of sports has it that the Senegalese Football Federation strongly condemned a Moroccan court's decision to sentence 18 Senegalese supporters to prison over violence at the AFCON 2025 finals in Rabat, Morocco. The federation described the penalties, which ranged from 3 months to 1 year, as excessively harsh. The convictions followed clashes and vandalism during Senegal's extra-time victory over host Morocco, and tensions between both football communities remain high. Global football anticipation intensified as FIFA President Gianni Infantino declared that all 104 matches of the 2026 World Cup would be sold out. Infantino revealed that more than 508 million ticket requests had been recorded within 4 weeks, despite only 7 million seats being available. The expanded 48-team tournament will be hosted across 16 cities in the United States, Mexico, and Canada, with the final set for MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Organizers acknowledged concerns over ticket pricing, but described demand as unprecedented in the competition's history. Now, that is it on this week's News Roundup. Join us again next weekend for the top stories shaping the world, Africa, and Nigeria. I am Favor Aham. Thank you so much for watching.